We're going to take a look at a sample proposal from a previous English 202C student. This is just one example of what a completed proposal might look like. Although this proposal did earn a very solid A grade, it's an excellent proposal. It's important that you keep in mind that your proposal may look completely different. This is just one example of what a proposal might look like. This proposal was created for a specific rhetorical situation. You need to create your proposal for your own rhetorical situation. First of all, you should notice that this proposal uses the color green. The reason why the student chose to use this color is because it is the standard color for the company, Kawasaki, that he is using for his scenario and his recommendation report. This is an obvious example of a way that the specific rhetorical situation can dictate the design choices that you make when creating your proposal and recommendation report. Then you'll see he begins in standard memo format with the 4 identification lines, to, from, subject, date. And he begins from there with an introduction that provides us with some basic information about what I will find in this proposal. You should notice that he is writing in first person and not writing in passive voice. He says, I will describe the case where I argue for, I will also, I will list, I will talk about. He doesn't say, this proposal will discuss, in this proposal research will be covered, in this proposal such and such will be talked about. He remains very active and uses himself as the creator of the proposal. He also has included a photograph of a Kawasaki motorcycle because that is what this proposal is about. He is writing about the Kawasaki company and their need for better lights on their motorcycles. He has clear headings. His headings indicate exactly what we'll find in the section that follows. This first section discusses the company, provides some basic information about who this company is and what sort of business they do, how large they are, how much money they make. And then he provides some information about the problem. Look twice, save a life has to do with the problem of motorcyclists being harmed and killed through motorcycle accidents because of limited visibility. He then provides a clear, detailed discussion of the scenario that he is responding to. He provides his exact evaluation criteria and the 2 alternatives that he'll be comparing. He provides a detailed exploration and analysis of his audience. His primary audience he has determined as the Director of Research and Development for Kawasaki Motors. He discusses who this audience is, what the audience's learning needs are, etc., using the information from the audience profile sheet and the project planning worksheets. He thinks the secondary audience is going to be the president and the board of directors for Kawasaki Motors, so he discusses those audience members' needs. And he thinks a tertiary audience for this recommendation report might be interested employees who would have access to the recommendation report. Then he's created a Gantt chart to provide his planned schedule. He's divided his schedule into weeks. This was during a spring semester, so there were 16 weeks total. He began with week 7 because that was when we began working on the recommendation report. He has clear, specific tasks: research safety stats, write proposal, research light bulb alternatives, research production costs. You see that he's decided exactly what he needs to research. He's figured out when he needs to complete those different bits of research and when he should work on creating the proposal, revising the proposal, proofreading and editing the proposal. He then provides a budget for his intended project and discusses the documentation style that he will be using. He's using Vancouver referencing style. He discusses why he's using Vancouver referencing style, and then he provides some samples in that format. He concludes with a basic request that I approve the proposal so that he can begin working on the final report. The complete proposal is 6 pages long, and you notice that it is divided up nicely into sections. It has headings, subheadings, bullet points, numbered lists, visuals, and clear and easy to follow movement from one point to the next. I had no qualms giving this proposal a solid A grade.